Hello, Serrani Duck, and we're back again for another video. This time we have 3 replays for you in the Tier 9 M46 Patton American medium tank. Now, I was playing this tank, I think it was when just before Wargaming messed up the 3 marks of excellence and made a change for 3 marks of excellence, so I think everyone dropped. So I had this tank on 100%. And obviously it dropped all the way down, I don't know, to like 95 or whatever. I lost a lot. So I was playing it really just because I wanted to see if I could put it back to 100%. So that's what I've done on these replays. It's an old one, isn't it? It's one of the original tanks, but it's also one of the ones which has just survived the power creep, really. It's just always been good, and it's just never been bad. And even to this day, it's still a fantastic Tier 9 medium tank. It's one I keep in my garage, obviously, and I really enjoy it. So yeah, just thought I'd get these replays out for you. So this one's a bit of an interesting one. We're on Canis, and we're going to decide that we're going to take an aggressive position in a minute to try and get some spotted assistance, because we've recognised that there's no fun police in the game. And we've also got support this side. The stuff pushing down, as you can see down the right hand side of the map. And if I push into this position, it's going to cause the enemy all sorts of problems, because I'm going to keep them lit. They're not going to be able to stay unlit from me, and they're not going to be able to farm the assistance. And you see there, I think a Death Star, friendly Death Stars has hit something. I've already sort of racked up to 1,400 assistance, which is great. And yeah, this is the position I'm in. I'm just going to abuse this now, because like I say, I have the support. It's really awkward for the enemy to push me here. They could, you always get the odd fool who would full send you, happily to give up their tank and die for it. But on the most part, I've got so much cover here that it's very difficult for an enemy team to push me. I mean, depending if the enemy did have fun police, there is, you can get shot here depending where the artillery is sit. But there is, I don't have to worry about that at the moment. All what I have to worry about is, the tanks in front of me. And you can see I'm just poking up at, sort of reverse size game, if you like, just keeping myself hold down and just keeping racking up the assistance damage. And this, Death Star and the grill, they've given me, like, between them and my, the other few medium tanks, I'm now up to 4,000 assistance. Now, it doesn't always happen. You don't always get this much assistance this quickly in the game, but it has the potential. And you can see, I'm just poking up, just spotting the enemy team, trying to get pop shots in where I can. If I get sort of detected and targeted, I'm not going to sort of stay out, but they have so much to focus on right now. It's just it's a dream scenario, really. I'm just poking up just to try and get that as assistance, and you see this battle's now swinging in our favour. It's like a 14-10, and we've had a really decent game now, haven't we? It's one of those games when you start to get this much assistance, like, early on, well, I do anyway. I like to then try and maximise assistance the best I can, just because, why not? So we've only got 1,000 damage, but we have got 5,000 sort of spotting assistance now. We've recognised now that it's time to go, trying to push forward. That position's done. We've won that area now, and now we're going to try and just sort of cave in on the enemy team. I tried to get a little shot on that light tank in the move. I'm not too sure why that didn't hit, to be honest, but it is what it is. I'm going to try and get a shot into him too, so he sort of hit the terrain and slowed himself down. I am aware that it is heavy, but it's a little bit to my left. It's awkward for me to put shots in him at the moment, with the enemy sort of Tier 10 Pattons sort of camping in their spawn. It's awkward for me to get a shot. But I'm going to try and now get rid of him, because he's just going to keep me permo lit, so he needs to die. He's turning for me. I'll get shot from the hill, but we're going to finish him off. Now that's put us up to just under 3,000 damage, 6,000 assistance, and there's only 3 tanks left. So yeah, it's just time to full engage. It's been one of them sort of waffle stomps, really, isn't it, where we've just completely walked through the enemy team. They're not my favourite games when you're just dominating so much, but I really think that position I took early on it causes the enemy team all sorts of issues, and you don't always get the support, but when you do, it's a really nice position to take. But yeah, so there's 3 tanks left. Now I'm thinking at this point, I'm wondering if I could try and get a track shot into this Patton, because obviously I've already 3 marked it, because generally when you're getting a spotting assistance and tracking assistance, if you're going for your marks of excellence, it only counts the highest amount you get. But I want to track them anyway, just because I want to try and stack up the assistance damage, just because I've had quite one of those rare games where you get quite a lot. So I want to see how much we can get here. There's 1 tank left. Do we get a finishing kill in here? We don't. But we do finish the game, and yeah, let's just get to the results screen and we can see exactly how we got on. So we picked up only 1 kill, but 3,449 damage. But then we got 6,700 assistance. As you can see, we're now on like 99.7%. But yeah, that's it for this one. So I really hope you enjoyed the first replay, but there's more to come. So bear with us, and we'll see you in a bit for the second replay of the video. Okay, so here we are for the second replay of the video. We're on proc. Yeah, we love proc, and we're platooned up with Swindle 321. Now, clearly, I've obviously been praying to the wargaming gods, because again, we've got another match with no artillery, and yeah, having no artillery, having no fun police, or no skill cannons on a map like proc in a tank like this is the dream scenario, because it means you can play the ridgeline without the fear, of death from above, basically. So it means I can play with so much more freedom, and I don't have to keep, relocating after every shot. I can just sort of, use the gun depression, poke up, get a shot, and just use my awareness of what's around me and what can shoot at me, which is, it's a lot more fun to play, to be honest with you, like this. So yeah, it's a great little situation to be in. So we've taken this ridge line. As you can see, the enemy have also taken the ridge, but they haven't really spread out across the ridge that well. So they only really have 1 angle. They all seem to be in 1 location, which it does make it a little bit easier. Again, I think there's only one light tank in, which we managed to get a shot in there, leaving him on pretty low health. He might even be a 1-shot now. So this tank, it does have a little bit of turret armour. I certainly wouldn't rely on it, but you can get the odd bounce on. It's not guaranteed everyone's going to penetrate you, but like I say, it's not to be relied on. Basically, you're better on relying on trying to not get shot. But yeah, you can get the odds. It's a bit of an all-rounder, really. Now we notice this S-Barn sort of near the train tracks area. Now he is a threat because obviously he hits hard, doesn't he? And while I'm trying to get shots into the guys into the right, it's very risky, because if I get lit up, he could have a shot onto me. So if I get an opportunity to get shots into him, he is going to be the focus. He's obviously in the back of the mind. You see there, I got lit up and I immediately pulled back down. He isn't targeting me at the moment, so I think I've got an opportunity to get a shot into him, and I am going to do that. So we put 1 into him blind, and like I say, we're going to keep trying to put shots into this guy where we can, because I feel like he's got the angle here, and he's also in the open to me. So I need to get rid of him where I can, because if we get rid of him, that just eliminates that angle the enemy team have on me. So it's pretty close, isn't it, at the moment, 13-12, but it's just got to play this carefully, really. I don't want to, on proc, when you're using these ridge lines, if you overextend, you can lose all your health very, very quickly. But at the same time, you do have to keep trying to poke to get the shots in, so you can't be too scared. But it's just something you have to bear in mind. You see, like, I'm always sort of looking over my shoulder, seeing if any other tanks got different shots into me. Just trying to remember where things are. Like I say, at the moment, I want to try and poke up to get some more shots in, or try and light stuff up. But I am concerned about that S-Barn. But it's going to be an awkward shot. I think he's going to have a difficult shot onto me anyway. It's not going to be the easiest, but we'll see if we've got an opportunity to get a shot into him there. We don't really take the time to aim it in, because I don't want to expose myself for too long. But we've had a pretty decent start to this game already, because we've got 2,000 damage and 2,000 assistance, quite an assistance as well. So it's been, like I say, a pretty decent start. We've got what's this window withers sort of spread out across the ridge line. He's in E75, so it's not going to be the best tank to control the ridge line, but you know he can try and make it work where he can. It's like I say, it's easier for him because there's no skill cannons, no fun police in the game. Now, again, I'm still a little bit concerned about that S-Bahn, but I'm just trying to keep alert, make sure he can't get a shot into me. But at the same time, trying to get shots. And the D4's made a mistake, he's poked out, so we've got a shot into him. And I haven't really needed to relocate at all this game. Like, quite often I'd move to get different angles, etc. But it hasn't been necessary. I've always, felt like I've had things to shoot at. So it's not really been, it's too much of a concern. Now, I think that S-Bahn actually has got taken out. So I'm not actually too worried about him at the moment. I'm pretty sure T57 took him out earlier on. But yeah, so I'm just seeing where shots we can get. We're sort of collapsing on a team now. You can see we've won the hill area. We've won, we've maintained control of the ridge. So it's just about going to collapse on the team soon. But there is still like that E4 and another TD about. So I do have to be a little bit careful that I don't just get too confident now and poke up and just lose my tank in a couple of shots. Because like I say, if I get hit by an E4 and get hit by the Russian 268 or whatever, which I think is left, I could lose a lot of hit points to that. So I'm going to be a little bit more cautious and come in a different approach and not sort of approach over where I think I'll get shot trying to come over. But I do want to try and take the bowl, and I do want to just really collapse in on the guys now, because this game's all but won. I mean, with Swindle still alive, I just don't think we're going to lose this game at this point. So yeah, it's go time now. I still got full health. Normally I don't really end the game with full hit points. So at this point, just going to go in, go for the ram, just try and get any little bit of extra damage in this game, and try and just finish off with as much as we can get. So yeah, that's it for this one on proc. Like I say, it's a nice one just to show playing proc with no fun police, which is very rare. But we get one kill, just shy of 4,000 damage, 3,600 assistance. So combined, it was quite a decent game. So yeah, got the ace tanker. But yeah, that's it for this one. We've got one final replay left, and yeah, stay with us, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so here we are for the final replay of the video. Now, as you can see, we haven't been quite as fortunate this time with the fun police. We've got 2 in the game, but also we've got 3 lights in the game as well. Like 3 lights and 2 fun police, it's just an awful combo. Because 1, there's less hit points in the game, less damage in the game. And 2, you know how lights play, don't you? They just full send about, you zoom in about, light tank got to go fast. And it can just be a bit annoying, really. So it's not a great combo, but we've taken this position early doors. We try and get a shot into the Bellefonte. Probably a bit risky taking that shot, to be honest with you. I kind of knew I was going to get spotted, and it doesn't pay off because for some reason we only do track damage. So I've got to be a little bit careful now. If the fun police are zooming in on me, it could be a bit of an issue. So this light tank, like I say, AMX-3090, sort of trying to zoom around in the middle. It's not really the light tank to do this, to be honest with you. It's not a Vanguard. It is slightly big. It's not the hardest of the light tanks to shoot, but it is a bit of a, it's got a nasty little clip if he comes around the back of me and catches me out. So he's in quite an annoying position for me now, which is a little bit of a problem. But there's not much I can do about it right now. I'm going to try and just stay here, try and see if I can get shots into this setter which is running about. Unfortunately, I missed the first couple of shots. I've not done great with my shooting so far. I've got a bit unfortunate. I'm going to try and get another shot in, hopefully track him. We do. So I'm hoping my team might finish him off, but it doesn't look like it's happening because I would like to get this tank out of the way. But we do take him out. Here we go. Here's the 1390 just coming around. He's not getting punished by my team at all. He did sort of get a clip into me there. Now, I've just at this point realised that the hill is lost, and this is a bit of a problem really, because I just spoke that guy up the top of the hill is Warlock. He is quite a decent player as well, so he's a player I know. He's very decent player, so I'm not going to stand around and stay in this position. I have to go now, even if this light tank lights me up and I get shot. If I stay where I am, I'm just accepting defeat because I'm going to die. I have to go, I have to move now and try and sort of come up for a plan B, because my team have all gone the ice road, which is a bit of a problem on this map. Honestly guys, don't really go that way. If you do, generally speaking, when you win, it's just fortunate, it's just a bit of luck really. You don't take any control of the map. And what I'm going to have to do now is full retreat, and knowing that most of my team is on the ice road and I've got no support, I'm going to have to try and use this position and try and spot as many guys up approaching us. So hoping the guys on the ice road, we bring them into the game a little bit and hope they can shoot the stuff I keep litting up, because we are not in a great position right now, are we? We've lost the hill, so this position I'm in now is key. I feel if I die in this where I am right now, we're probably going to lose. So it's important that I try and stay alive. Now this 30-90 yards earlier, we managed to get revenge and take him out, which is big because he is someone who can really disrupt us if he gets behind us and turns us around. So we do manage to take him out, which is really ideal. I am concerned there's two fun police in the game now. They could trying to deal with all these enemies who are on the hill and have to deal with artillery hitting us. That would be a problem. I'll probably die if they were shooting at me, but fortunately for me they're not. So I'm going to try and get some shots in where I can. Now this leopard, he is just sort of full sent behind me, and he's about to lose his tank. I don't really know why he's done this, but I'm appreciative of it because we're able to get shots in. I'm hoping that our Dirt T49 with us can get a shot in and take him out, which he does. So thank you, light tank. And we've now got rid of him, and all of a sudden the scores are more even. So we're going to try and take this the set. Light tank was coming around up behind us, the unskinned Becky Lynch, and we do. So yeah, all of a sudden we've turned a game which was almost certainly going to lose into a game which is very winnable now. Now that was all because that one, I realised I had to move and I relocated to, and I fall back. If I left it any later on that, that time I fall back, I would have died really, and this game could have ended out a little bit different. This Tiger's now sort of full sended in, but they've come round, they haven't attacked together, so they sort of attacked one by one, which has allowed us, as you see, I've managed to just keep them spotted up, knowing that the guys on the ice road now had shots into him, and we've sort of dealt with the biggest threat now. They had a really, they had a dominant position, they had a winning position, the enemy team, but they've kind of, thrown that away. But that was really because the fact that we had managed to hold this position, and then we could use the guys down on our ice road to get shots into them. If we wasn't there, we wouldn't be keeping lit up, and then they would have just got farmed from the hill. But yeah, as it stands, it's 8-4, and we've turned this one around. So we're going to try and get a shot into Warlock here as on the move, which we do. And now it's just two piggies left, isn't it? And I think a Borsig. So we're going to have to get right up close to Borsig to spot him. But we're just chasing it now, just going as quick as we can, just to try and get that last bit of damage. Now we've seen one of the fun police in the middle. Going to try and take him out, do we? Yes. So we got rid of the fun police, which is nice, good feeling. And yeah, it's just go time to chase the rest of the damage. We're having a pretty decent game. We're sort of 4,600 damage, 2,000 assistance. But it was more about how we won. I thought it was quite a bit more of an interesting replay. Obviously, I've had bigger damage and stuff in this game. It's just I quite like them replays. It was a fun game to play actually. And yeah, unfortunately, looks like I'm not going to be able to get the rest of the damage. Would have been nice to get the spot on the Borsig to get all the assistance, but it's not to be. But yeah, all it's to left now is to get this result screen. We can see how we got on. So we've got 5 kills, just one short of the top gun. We've got 4,600 damage, 2,000 assistance, and you can see we did manage to get the 100% back again. So this is after the drop. So this is all now back in place. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the replay, and as always, thank you for watching. Happy tanking.